Hi, I'm Roy. Thanks for joining us today. Today we're going to unbox the Breda mosaic nippers. It's made by creators. They make a wide variety of other great products for working with glass, and it's made in the United States, which is really a nice thing. This is a great mosaic tool for nipping and cutting the glass. One of the nice things I really like about it is the shape of it. So this might look a little kind of unique to that are out there that have used other types of mosaic nippers. And you hold it like this so you can see that it's much easier on your hand and wrist. It's really quite light. The manufacturer says it's about 5 times the normal force when you're cutting. So again, if you have a little weakness in your hand, it's going to be easier to cut some materials. Real easy to just kind of squeeze it. The other great feature to it is I know it looks like it's set up for somebody that's right-handed like me, but you can just loosen up the wheels. You can take all this off and just put it on the back, so you can turn it quite easily into a left-handed nippers. The other great feature to it is if you see the wheels have little numbers on them. So I guess we probably all have been this place where we're working with a tool and you're like, man, I wonder how old the wheels are, or if they're getting a little dull and I can't remember where I turned it to. But you can just loosen up this screw, rotate the wheel to a different number, and then you'll know, oh, I'm on number 2 now. Just makes it much easier to remember what part of the wheel you've used and haven't used. I think, that, again, is a really nice, great idea. You can adjust how far it opens in your hand, too. You see it's kind of came out of the box like this. But there's a screw here that if I loosen this up, the handle is going to open up wider. So if you got a bigger hand, it's going to fit you a little bit better that way. I see we got a nice note here from the creators people. They tell you all about the wonderful, they show you some other tools that they have, but they also tell about all those wonderful features that I was just mentioning. Especially, I told you, for me, one of the great things is that you have greater force than you would with a normal nipper. Again, I know you can't tell from looking at it, but the weight is great. I mean, this thing doesn't weigh very much at all. So I'm going to show you how it works. Let's put on some safety glasses here before I get started, and then I'm going to show you how it works. There's a couple different ways of working, with glass. A lot of times I like to start out with strips, so I pre-cut these strips. And then I'm going to come in here and we're going to slide it in between the glass, and I'm just going to squeeze it. And you can see how easily that just kind of cuts right off. The other thing I'm really noticing is you notice the glass doesn't go flying all over the place. It's got this little rubber O-ring like right here that's kind of keeping the glass in place so it doesn't go shooting and shoot your neighbor or something. So but really nice, clean. You can see how nice clean cuts. A lot of times with mosaic nippers, if you don't get the wheels right on top of each other, you get kind of a curve, which might not be a bad idea, but a lot of times we would like it to be a little straighter. This one I'm noticing is, man, it's pretty easy to just keep the nipper going pretty straight. So nice job of cutting. And so that's how we might cut strips. You can see I'm going to come in and take one of these. We can cut from corner to corner and get a triangle out of it, right? We can cut down and get some skinnier looking rectangles. Again, doing a really nice job and gets a little funkier shaped triangle since I had more of a rectangle there. Yeah, that way I had a rectangle in my hand, so it didn't break out so nice, but normally this works out real well. Let me show you another way we can cut out glass, right? So let's say you just have a big, large piece of glass and you want to start cutting. You can put the glass in there, nip it. Again, the nipper holds that piece of glass so it doesn't go flying all over the place. And pretty typical of nippers on a big piece, right? You're going to get this irregular cut, but if you just keep kind of cutting it down, you can always get it to kind of look like something more that you're used to using, right? I mean, I cut a nice triangle out of that piece there. I can just keep cutting these things down so they start looking like small squares or small rectangles, right? Pretty nice, really easy to use. And I can tell you that, again, something you can't notice from just watching the video is, man, I'm not really squeezing all that hard. The tool is doing all the work for me. Nice. I might have to buy a pair of these. I wonder if Delphi will give me a deal on them, right? So, thanks for joining us today.